Hi everyone, welcome back to the Hood Girls podcast. Today I'm here with Barb, Claire, and Bizzy. I'm super excited today to sit down with two of, I feel like, the grittiest, most grounded women I know who've become near and dear to my heart, especially over these last few months over the summer. Are you about to cry?
No.
Oh my God,
Claire might be gritty, but she's also sentimental.
I fear so.
She's very sentimental. I'll start with Barb. She's a friend. She's a sister. She's a mentor. She's the dean of students at Wy'East Academy. She's a lifelong mountain biker, snowboarder, and outdoor badass. She's a trailblazer in a male-dominated biking world, and now a 2025 invitee. Invitee to Natural Selection Tour in New Zealand. And Claire, also a friend, a sister, snowboarder, and life coach from Durango, Colorado, who just came off the iconic Baldface Rookie Experience and brings deep wisdom
Oh no!
stoke into every space she enters. Together, these two are shaping how we lead, ride, and live with presence, resilience, and a whole lot of grit. So let's get into it.
Thanks, Ari, for organizing this and having us.
I feel very honored.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be good. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves in your own words?
I mean, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think I could top that.
What can I say? Okay, then let's start with what brought each of you to Oregon in the first place.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you got here first.
Well, I followed a boy.
Ooh.
Asa got a job at Wy'East before I did. I graduated a year after he did, so I was looking for a job in a different career path, kind of something more serious, and just didn't find anything. I was looking for probably 6 months before I really made the call to follow in his path at Wy'East, and it was the best decision I ever made. So I've been out here now for 4 years. This will be my third year as the dean for Wy'East, and I wouldn't look back.
Yeah. What were you going to school for before? Like when you say career?
Yeah, I got my bachelor's degree in English literature, a minor in journalism, so I didn't know what path I necessarily wanted to take. I guess I maybe still don't all the way. But I was looking at all kinds of outlets, working at a newspaper, magazine, others. I applied to other schools in Oregon, but didn't really hear anything back. The ghosting effect of jobs these days is like it really blows my mind that they don't even have the, I don't know, dignity. What's the word? They don't have the respect to even let you know you didn't get the job.
Yeah.
So Wy'East has been a great stepping stone for me, and I'm excited about the path forward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I came out here for spring pass, not the spring we just had, but the spring before. And I actually met Barb at the pub. And I knew Leo, who also works at Wy'East. And then Leo was like, oh, you guys should come to the campus and check it out. And I did, and I fell in love with the campus. Mm-hmm. And then later that summer, Leo hit me up and was like, Barb's hiring life coaches, you should apply. And at first, I ignored his message. And then he sent me Barb's number, and I texted her and ended up applying.
Yeah.
And then got the job and came on out very spontaneously.
Yeah.
I think I texted you.
Did you?
I think I was desperate.
Oh, shit.
It was the best thing I ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah, best choice I've ever made, honestly. No regrets.
Yeah. Definitely. How do you feel like coming out to Oregon has shaped your guys' relationship with outdoor sports?
it's made mine wetter. Learning how to
It's not a bad thing.
go out on days where it's raining and I don't want to go, and then still going, and then having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I actually did really enjoy just being soaked to the bone,
Yeah.
bopping around on the mountain. And it's just it's different. It's so different than Colorado. The forest is so much more lush and dense, and the snowboarding is so different because the powder's heavier, but I think it's easier to land in. I don't know. It made me connect in a different way, and I love the mountains at home and the forest at home, but falling in love with a new forest and ecosystem was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, along the same lines, it's way more wet here. Rains all the time. So as a mountain biker, my relationship with building trail and digging really took off while I was here. When I lived in Durango, we would ride and dig in the desert, and that's where I really learned how to build a jump. But here, not only was it riding jumps or riding steeps, it was riding trail, riding loam, and riding wet routes, and that's something I really didn't have a lot of experience in. So my skills have really just shot up in that area. I spent not this last winter because I was injured, but the winter before that, the crew and I spent the whole winter building a trail, and it was a really rewarding process. It's very humbling how much work goes into it, how strong you really have to be, how fit you have to be, how much endurance you have to do something like that. And it was really cool to see the final product and be able to show everyone and say, hey, come check out the trail that we built. And so my relationship with mountain biking has just kind of shifted a little bit. Then riding the desert's obviously very different.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you guys both share a love for Colorado a little bit.
Oh, yeah. You have to if you live, especially Durango. It's
Yeah.
very special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's one accomplishment in your career or outdoor pursuits, I guess you could say, that you're most proud of, and why does that moment or thing stick with you the most? I know you were talking a little bit about just working on that trail and how hard it was, but the reward after, was there another moment or something else in your life that sticks out to you that's kind of similar?
Honestly, there's so many moments that I'm proud of just because I've pushed so hard and done it for myself most of the time. But if I were to pick one, it would probably be filming my project for Nuke Proof, it was my first individual part on YouTube. Nuke Proof was sponsoring me that year. I think it was 2023. And I didn't actually get on Nuke Proof until March or April of 2023. And it was just because someone had talked to the team manager at an event in Mexico, and they texted me afterward and said, Nuke Proof is really into you. You should reach out to them. And it took me a while to kind of gain the confidence and reach out. Mm-hmm. But it's the best thing I ever did. Nuke Proof supported me so much that year. They sent me a bike. I was really just on flow, so I wasn't getting salaried or getting travel budget. But they wanted to do this project for me, and they sent JP Films out, who is one of our close homies out in Carson City, Reno area. And I'm really close with him, so the project was super fun, but I just kind of got the opportunity to make it how I wanted it, and I trained really hard. I started building that trail, and it was the initial stages of that. And I was really proud of the way I rode, the way that it turned out. And unfortunately, it got pulled from YouTube. Nuke Proof went out of business. They went bankrupt, called it a day, like a lot of bike companies have been doing in this most recent era. So in October of that year, I found out they were dropping all of their athletes. They were, completely going off the shelf. And that also meant that my video went off the shelf. I mean, I still have it, and I'm super proud of it still. It's a project that I will never forget, and now it's just a little underground.
Mm. What went through your head when you found that out? Was it kind of like, oh shit, like I worked on something super cool, got this super cool opportunity, and now it's not a thing? Or do you feel like you were grounded in other ways during that, where it wasn't like a massive loss to you?
I mean, I was able to rebuild the video and have it be a part of an In the Hills movie. So I got to salvage a lot of the content. Mm-hmm. But when I found that out, I was bummed, like anyone could be, but it wasn't as influential of a moment for me as it was maybe for people like DJ Brandt, mm-hmm. who was also on Nuke Proof at the time, Red Bull writer, and he, just stopped getting paid. Whereas for me, it's like, oh, I'm just on flow. That's honestly part of the why I'm still semi-pro and not really diving into it, because it's so consequential at any time mm-hmm. and risky that I'm okay if something, like I'm not fully dependent on it, so I'm okay if something bad happens. Like I'm okay if I get hurt, or if I lose a sponsor. It's not the end of the world to me, and I honestly don't put a lot of weight on it like a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. So to me it was, oh wow, that sucks. I mean, my first sponsor, my first support is gone. But fortunately, I had the momentum during that time that I got picked up by YT for Flow the next year, and In the Hills continues to be a backbone for me and provide me a creative outlet. Like, I don't have to be anybody for In the Hills. Yeah. I can just be myself. I can just contribute to videos, to dig projects, to however, whenever I want. So there's no obligations there, and it's really nice.
Yeah, that's cool. What about you, Claire?
That was long-winded, so.
No, that was all really good. I feel like not a lot of people realize, I feel like, what goes into being a pro. Like, I don't know how risky and scary and it could be, and like, I mean, it's just like any other job. You have to work hard at it, and almost a little bit more. Like, you're kind of self-dependent in a lot of ways. I mean, I'm talking like I know, but like just from observing, it's a really, really big risk.
Yeah, there's price to pay for your like passion being your job too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Intertwining those things.
Yeah, emotionally and physically.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want me to repeat the question?
No. Okay. I think I'd like to say that Baldface, but to be honest with you, I think it's when I did my first tame dog.
Yeah.
I had actually that fall been watching Barb backflip on her bike, and she didn't know who I was. And I like had never met her. I was just an Instagram fan from afar, and like she's kind of a Durango legend. Like you know Barb. If you're a girl around, like you know Barb, especially if you're biking. And I was watching her do backflips on her bike, and I was like, that's cool. Mm-hmm. That is really cool. Like, gangster.
You're not going to attribute this story to me.
It's where it started, honestly. No, seriously. And I was like, dang, like, I really want to get inverted. Like, this girl's out here getting inverted on her bike. Like, I feel like I can get inverted on my snowboard then. Mm-hmm. And I, at the beginning of the 2023-24 season, went to Woodward Copper and got on the rollerboards and like the Woodward there. Yeah. And started trying tame dogs like into the foam pit. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, I totally got this. It's going to be sick. And that was in December that I went and did that. And then from December to February, if you were in the Purgatory Park on any day, you probably saw me getting absolutely destroyed in various places around the park trying to tame dog. I probably slammed like at least 50 times, like trying that trick. Like everywhere, knuckles, small jumps, bigger jumps, just anywhere, like off of a little pop her off of a ledge off of a cat track, like everything I could think of to try it off of. I just could not do it. I was just getting absolutely destroyed. And I was starting to go a little crazy about it. I was actually reading a journal entry the other day of me talking about it. And like, it sounds a little crazy.
What did it say?
I'm like, I've got to get the tame dog. I won't stop until I get it. I know I'll get it because I'll never stop. And it's like, oh,
that is so
simmer down.
I feel like that is something though that I feel like me and a lot of people appreciate about you. Is like you just don't. Like if you set your mind on something, like you're gonna do it.
Well, you're persistent in an ignorant way. You're like, I don't care, you know, like I don't care. I've got this. Like,
even if I don't have the skill, I'm like, no, I'm gonna try.
Your huck factor is like through the roof.
Yes.
The skill factor could get higher.
Well, same to you. Like when Leo told me, oh, this girl Claire, like you should reach out to her. Obviously everyone just goes to Instagram and like finds out. I'm like, holy crap, this girl is not afraid to take a body.
No.
And you succeed because of it.
It's the grind mentality I have, and like I'm just hungry for it. If I want it, like I want to get it. And finally in February I went out and I built a booter, and I don't even think I got it the first booter session we did. I think the first booter session I also was just slamming. And then we went and built on a second day. And I tried it like, I want to say like 3 or 4 times that day before I finally landed it. And it was the best feeling in the world. And not even because I landed it, just because of like all that time I put in and all those slams and those fails. When I like finally got it, like nothing has ever felt better than that. Like it was so sweet. And then what was really sick about it is after that, a bunch of other girls wanted to come out and build booters and learn how to get inverted. Yeah. So after I did that, we had like 3 or 4 other girls, like my friend Abby, all coming out, hitting this booter to get inverted. Yeah. And I feel like it's just this chain reaction. Like you see one girl do something and you're like, whoa, like I feel like it inspires you to try. And then you inspire someone else to try. And then all of a sudden, all these girls are just getting inverted. Yeah. And it's sick.
Bizzy.
Oh, shoot.
We good. Come on, Bizzy.
Say, R.
On top of that kind of leads into my next question for you. Anyways, but, okay, so you came back from the Baldface Rookie Session. What was that like for you? What surprised you most about yourself or the experience?
That was
And tell us a little
crazy.
bit about, like, what it is for people that don't know.
So, Low Maintenance is this super sick event that Estelle Pensionario puts on. Her dad owns Baldface, and Baldface is legendary for snowboarders. It's this mountain in Canada that's all... It's a cat skiing operation, so you're just in the backcountry on big mountain stuff. Yeah. Natural selection. Back in the day, had a course there. Scary Cherry. Scary Cherry is insane. If you search a video of it, that encompasses what the Baldface terrain is like very well. But Estelle started this event where she wanted to bring in a bunch of like pros and old heads to like coach rookies and like up and coming snowboarders. And it's a big mountain park fusion. So all day we're cat skiing big lines, and then in the night we're riding this park that they built for us right outside the lodge. And there's like a quarter pipe session the first night you get there, which is super sick. But yeah, it's a really rad event, basically designed to like lift rookie snowboarders up. Yeah. And I entered an Instagram contest to get into it, and definitely like didn't think I was gonna win. Like I entered and then saw other people's entries and I was like, oh, like, well, I won't be going, and kind of just like forgot about it. And then woke up one morning on a trip with the kids and like had an invite and was like, oh, like no way. And I had a ton of people rally together. One of my friends, Brooke Reynolds, she is the queen. She started a GoFundMe for me, and we raised enough money to like pay for my entire trip in less than 24 hours. Like it was insane. And then Barb was the GOAT and made sure I had the time off so I could go, which was sick. But yeah, that's how I got there. Very thankful for my people getting me. Like, that was honestly probably the coolest part of the experience. Was like seeing people from all different corners of my life coming together to like help me go do this thing because they believed in me. It was very sweet. I was definitely the worst snowboarder there. It was big. We hit a lot. I hit the biggest cliff I've ever hit in my life. Jamie Lynn coached me through it, which was incredible. Like, I'll never forget standing on top of it and like radioing to Jamie, and he's like kind of telling me like, you got to go like straight off of it. Like, there's a rock under you. And we had like sat down and like looked at what I wanted to hit and like kind of scoped it out earlier before I hiked up. But I ended up wanting to hit it from a different spot, so it made it a lot bigger. And he was like, just so you know, like, this is like 30 feet, not the 15 feet we were like talking about. Like, you're gonna
Classic
you
Claire
have
fashion.
to literally, he's like, you're gonna have to like clear this rock. And at the time, like, the whole team was sitting there watching me, so it was like, it was one of those big heavy moments where I was like, okay, like, I really need to nut up and do this. I didn't land it. I almost did, but you know, didn't land it, but it was still a big win for me to like even hit something that big. Felt really cool. Everyone cheered for me. I think that was my last hit at Baldface, which is really special to like go out with like the biggest accomplishment in my snowboarding career, I would say. Like bagging that and just getting to go to Baldface in general. It was definitely crazy being around like all these pros who I like deeply admired. And like they're almost like not real people to you until you meet them, and then you're like, oh wow, like they're all just people. But being like one of the rookies that like really wasn't anyone, like obviously no one knew who I was. It was like a very like, I battled with imposter syndrome pretty deeply like the whole time I was there. From the time I like walked into Baldface to the time I walked out, the whole time I was like, dang, like I do not deserve to be here.
Yeah, I remember driving to the airport in the morning, dropping you off, and we're like both like so tired, but I'm like hyping you up. But like that feeling is like, I feel like translates to so many different scenarios. It's so weird to overcome that, but I feel like sometimes you really do just need someone to tell you to like shut up, like you're going for a reason. Like, but sometimes it's hard to believe it yourself.
Well, didn't you get a nickname while you were there?
Huh?
Didn't you get a nickname or something was coined?
Oh my god, they called it the Claire roll. My tame dogs, I was trying some tame dogs off some pretty big cliffs, actually. Like,
you like tame dog a cliff that everyone was just straight airing.
Yeah, that was our first hit, first day.
Yeah.
But I would like to preface, the first day, our first run, everyone was just like, all right, like just turn, like let's just take some pow turns. And I tomahawked like 3 times in front of the whole crew. So then when we went to the first cliff, I like felt like I needed to like, I was like, all right, I'm flipping it because they need to know that I can snowboard.
What was everyone's reaction after that?
That was sick. A couple of the guys were like, I wouldn't have flipped that. And I was like, yeah. And I like kind of had to flip like over this tree and like wasn't really sure. I was like, dang, like, am I going to like go down too much and like hit the tree? But then I was like, whatever, like I'm here. If I break myself off here, like at least it was going out with a really big bang.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like actually what's most inspiring is people that are sending it when maybe they're not. It doesn't matter if you're ready or not. Like that's what's inspiring to the pros. Like they're inspired when the rookies or the underdogs are hucking their meat. Like they're bored of seeing people land stuff, I feel like, you know? Like, yeah, it's super cool to see someone who's done it a million times, but you got this wild card chick out here who's pretty crazy in the head and like just wants to huck her meat. Like that, like people think that's cool. Like that's what people follow the sports for.
It attracts people for sure.
Yeah, people love watching me crash. Like they like watching me land stuff too, but they're like, dang Barb, you know how to hit the ground. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not afraid to. Like I'm down to. And so are you.
You got to pay to play.
That is why partially you were chosen, because you're not afraid. And that the video that you posted in the competition, I don't know what the other people's videos looked like, but yours highlighted that. Mm-hmm. It highlighted your hug meter for sure.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, night one, I was hitting this roof, and the whole team was just watching me. We had been at Baldface for literally 20 minutes, and the whole team was just watching me fall backwards off this roof just over and over again.
Classic. What do you feel like surprised yourself the most? Or how do you feel like you surprised yourself coming back from that? I feel like just between conversations afterwards, I feel like after that event was pretty pivotal in...
It made me question, dang, do I want to be, a pro snowboarder still? Mm-hmm. And, it made me question a lot about my snowboarding, and I kind of was a little hard on myself.
Sorry, she's restless today.
Honestly, I didn't snowboard for 2 weeks when I came back from that trip. It definitely just made me I just kind of questioned myself because I didn't land a ton. I landed 2 things that whole trip, and that was tough for me to go there and have all these people send me there and then not to land a lot of stuff. But then since the first couple weeks I was pretty down, but since then I've kind of decided I want to do something with snowboarding in my own way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be this traditional I go travel on a high budget movie part or go compete on the free ride comp scene. I want to make my mark on snowboarding and my impact on snowboarding in my own way and make my own films. And I still want to go to events. If I get invited to Baldface again, I would be so stoked, and I would really come back swinging.
You would.
But I don't want to follow the traditional pro snowboarder path that I thought I wanted to follow.
What about you, Barb? Being in New Zealand, I feel like that was a really big thing for you. Do you feel you got injured there, and that was pretty pivotal, I feel in your year. What got you through that? How do you feel you navigated that whole process? What was your initial reaction when you first got invited? How did you prepare for it?
I feel like you're asking a loaded question.
Yeah, it is.
Where do you want me to start?
How did you prepare for it first?
Well, I found out that I was going to natural selection in September of 2023. So it was right after my nuke proof project. It was right after I won Hannah Bergman's hang time event in Bellingham. And I was randomly invited to go to Proving Grounds Pacific City. Mm-hmm. There's a super big build out there, big jumps, and Proving Grounds has been a qualifier for Rampage in the past, and it's moved a little bit around, and it was the first time that it was at Pacific City, and Carson Storch called me up and was like, hey, you want to go to this? I guess there was a couple other girls who dropped out, and it was me, Robin Gooms, who just won Rampage, and Hannah Bergman. And I was like, there's not a lot to prove. I'll go for sure. Mm-hmm. I'm on a roll. That's pretty much how I thought. And I rode super well there. I had a big crash on the first day on a trail, and I scraped my chin up and was kind of embarrassed, cried a little bit. And then I totally blew myself out of the water. Whatever I thought that I could do, I went above that and rode really well. Hit some super big features, not necessarily amazing, but I rode well. And all the riders voted me for a wild card for natural selection. So I was like, wow, the momentum is really building up really quickly. Yeah. And I felt the same, imposter syndrome, I don't know, if other girls came to this event, like, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in. And the guys always remind me, like, no, you're not comparing it to the what ifs. Like, you put yourself in that position, you went, you committed to hitting those features, and you deserved it. So that's just like, okay, well, I deserve this. I got this. And I started training super hard. I just kept writing consistently, seeking out everything I could do. And natural selection bike was supposed to be in February of 2024. But they didn't get enough time or funding behind it to really build the momentum that they wanted to, like, shoot it.
Yeah.
So they waited a year. They postponed it to 2025, and I was like, oh, awesome. I have a whole nother year to train. And I took it pretty mellow, but I was still riding really hard, going to the gym. And we did an In the Hills trip in August of 2024. And I was only going to be there for half of the trip because I had to go back to work. And we were riding some dirt jumps in Frisco, Colorado, and I broke my hand in August of 2024. And that injury was, like, really long. It was longer than I thought it was going to be. They said 6 weeks post-surgery I would be riding again. It took 13 weeks for me to be back on the bike. And then I was stressing. I was, like, pretty sure it was 12 weeks before I flew to New Zealand that I actually got back on my bike. So if you think about it, I had 3 months.
Yeah.
I was injured for 3 months. I had 3 months to train. And then I made it to New Zealand. And I was on fire. I mean, I was doing everything that I could to ride what I've ridden in the past, but make it harder for myself. And despite the rain, I was riding every day. I was in the gym every day. I had a personal trainer, and I was probably the strongest that I've ever been going into natural selection. So naturally, I felt like pretty on fire. May of 2024. So right after I found out that natural selection wasn't going to happen, I went to Cam Zink's Invitational, and I flipped a jump, and just the momentum kept building. And I felt like I was like, oh, like, I'm on fire. Like, I'm like on fire rookie vibes. Like, this is super fun. I love this.
Yeah.
I love competing. I've always been super competitive, and not in a bad way. Just I want to go harder. I want to push myself, whatever that looks like. And so obviously it didn't turn out in my favor. I mean, I was like going into natural selection, like, you don't have to be the ballsy one. You don't have to go out swinging. Like, just see what the other girls are doing, follow in their footsteps. So that's really what I did. But I found myself during practice riding with the girls who were, like, kind of gunning for it, and I was keeping up with them and feeling confident, and gaining the momentum to, like, I don't know, do really well. I wanted to flip a jump there because I'd been practicing a lot. I flipped a couple of jumps in 2024, and they felt really natural to me. The lip felt really natural. But yeah, I didn't make it there, obviously. So then you just get to, like, this. I think the universe really just wanted to tell me that, like, okay, yeah, momentum, but just remember, like, that can shut down really quick.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell the mic?
Oh.
She's shy.
That's what I thought.
She says no publicity, please.
So that's how I got there.
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah.
How did it end?
Yeah. Well,
The punchline?
Yeah. I feel like it kind of goes into, like, my next question, so I'll just ask that, and you can kind of answer based on that, and then you can have your time to shine. Both of you have taken some hard hits in your athletic journeys and personal lives, whether it be physically, emotionally, or both. What major injuries or emotional setbacks have you faced, and how did you navigate the healing process?
I I broke my femur.
Yeah.
It was Thursday of practice, and the competition was on Saturday. The course was like super gnarly and really cool to be a part of something like that. All the pros were clearly nervous. It wasn't it's not similar to Rampage. It's not similar to just casually riding big jumps. It's very technical, combined with a lot of brake control, combined with a lot of technical features and natural terrain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was handling it. There was 5 total airlifts during the practice of the event. None on competition day, but 5 during practice. I was one of them. I broke my leg, and I think from the moment that I broke my leg to now, I've faced like a whole new battle that I've never really like been in tune with before. I was facing a battle that I think a lot of people are pretty in tune with, but I'd never been before. It's like this relationship with fear. Like, yeah, in the past I've been scared, but never to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to do something, you know?
Yeah.
I've always been like friends with fear in a sense.
Yeah.
Like down to face it and go for it and send it.
Yeah.
And I think like my send factor is one of the reasons why I've gotten where I've gotten. But it's totally different now. Like since getting back on the bike, and I know it's probably going to take time, but fear shuts me down. Like I'm to the point where I will not hit a feature right now if I'm scared of it. Yeah. And that's just new. That's new to me. I know it's something that a lot of people, I think especially women, experience. And maybe it's just because of our like natural inclination to be like on the safe side of things.
Protect the baby.
Yeah. Protect my womb. And honestly, when I crashed, like that was one of the first things that I said. Like Asa came up to me. He was super stressed. And I was just like, fuck this. Like, fuck this. Let's just have a baby. It'll be way easier. Mm-hmm. That was like one of the first things I said, like being in shock. Yeah. My leg is in the wrong position. Like I'm feeling the worst pain ever. Apparently it's the most painful bone you can break in your body. And I was just saying some crazy stuff.
You were on that vent.
Well, no, I was hitting the green whistle. It's like I don't even know how to describe the green whistle. It's something they use in New Zealand to kind of just keep you aware and keep you pain-free. And I wasn't like loopy, but I was definitely in shock. And the director of the event was like standing right there. And gosh, Barb, you went down hard. And honestly, like since then, I know it's like, well, I don't think it's weak of me to say, but I'm shifting my thought process a lot.
Yeah.
Like I know that I am now more in tune with risk and what that means and how much it costs. And I am okay with not breaking my leg again. Like I'm okay with taking calculations for getting back into riding, and however slow that takes me. Mentally, it's a bigger battle than physically. Yeah. Physically, I'm healed. 6 months post-op, like I'm 100%. I could probably be 120 if I went to the gym and started really working out. But I've kind of taken a step back and realizing like I have a career. I have a house with my soon-to-be husband. Like I'm kind of going like a more classical route. And I would be okay with not getting hurt again. It's a big hindrance for the rest of my life. Like I want to have children. I want to be able to dance and snowboard and do all of the other things in my life that I want to do. And it could have been way worse. I mean, I was sitting in the hospital. And that is no place to be mentally reflecting on anything. But I was like, I'm quitting. I'm never doing this again. And obviously I've come around. Like, I'm like, no, I want to do it again. I want to do another backflip. Like, I want to chase adrenaline again and keep doing that. But my mindset's definitely shifted. I mean, I got invited to apply to Red Bull Rampage this year, and I didn't because I'm not 120%. I haven't been training. And personally, I think I just recognize where I'm at. I was rolling with a lot of momentum, and maybe I just wasn't ready. Doesn't mean I can't be ready in the future, but I'm definitely almost too calculated these days.
That's so huge. Even just like the ability to know yourself and to know your body to the point of like saying no to something that could be so huge for you, and like obviously that would be an amazing experience and you would kill it, no doubt. But to like have that self-awareness and that self-control to say no, in my opinion, is way more powerful than just being like, okay, I'm gonna send it.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
Maybe it's different if you're getting paid triple digits, and
Yeah.
Being a professional athlete is not as glorious as a lot of people make it out to be. Like, it's a lot of hustling. It's a lot of hard work for not a ton of payout. And trust me, I want to be titled Rookie of the Year. Like, I wanted that so badly. I wanted to prove everyone, and everyone wanted to see it from me. I have so many close connections in the sport and the community that I felt an obligation to the community to do this. And I honestly still do. I mean, that's one of the biggest battles is everyone was like, are you going to keep trying after this? Like, are you going to get redemption next year at natural selection? Are you going to chase the title again at Cam Zinks? And when you have cameras pointing in your face and everyone's like googly eyeing you, you're going to say, yeah. Like, you're going to say, I want to do it. But then when you sit alone and think about what you personally want, those still aren't lining up. So, I'm 6 months post-op. I'm taking it super slow, and I'm taking it at my own pace. And honestly, I'm doing it the woman's way. Like, I'm not ashamed or embarrassed of like the decisions that I'm making. Mm-mm. And I'm just being patient.
Yeah.
I'll hit gnarly features again.
Yeah.
Because I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Or I will want to, you know.
There's a lot to be said too for like getting older. I mean, like, wow, like I might want to be a mother. Like, I need to take care of myself. And like on the same side of that too, like, do you want to bike your whole life, or do you want to like not be able to bike your whole life? You know, like,
yeah. Do I want to go balls to the wall for the next 3 years and then be in so much pain or have so many afflictions? You know, I don't know.
Or like bitterness towards the sport.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God forbid.
I'll never be bitter towards mountain biking. I mean, I have in the hills, and like, that's just a community. It's just like, it's simple. Mm-hmm. There's no expectation unless you put it on yourself. Yeah. And like, honestly, that's why the Green River Classic is so great. Like, that event brings out so many women just because it's like a welcoming environment to like rip and be whatever you want to be and push yourself, and in a grungy way. Like, it's not glorious and clean and tidy. I think a lot of that is just having men and women out there ripping because they want to, like the non-competition side of things. And I know that like I've been a pivotal person in making that environment for them, and also just getting to meet all of those girls has been huge. Like, I'm never gonna step away from that, so just taking it slow, taking it one day at a time. Like, the gang is building a trail right now up here that's like, it's not friendly, and I'm looking at it like, I don't really want to hit that. They got to remind me, oh, well, you'll build your confidence up. So just taking it chill. I had a big event that I was supposed to go to at the end of August, and to be honest, I don't think I'm going. I'm not hurt about it. I knew that when I broke my leg, it was going to change the entirety of the rest of the year. And so I don't have an agenda anymore. My agenda is get right in the head.
Yeah. Get right and be still and just like focus on the day to day. Like, you're literally pretty much like building a house. at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
In 2 ways.
yeah. Seriously. And like that's so huge, and there's a time and place for everything in life, and there's a season for everything, and it can feel like so permanent when you're in it, but then you look back and you're like, oh, I felt that way when I was 15, when I was like, oh, or like 14, oh, I'm never gonna get my license, it's gonna be like a whole year or something. And then you like get your license and you look back and you're like, holy shit, like I thought I was never gonna get my license, and then I got it. And like you just get out of those seasons and you're in new ones. And
Yeah, I'm just in a new season for sure. It's an off season.
yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm learning to cope. I will never wish that pain on my worst enemy, dude. Like that shit hurt.
Yeah.
I completely relocated the bone. It was shifted like at least 3 inches. And if you've ever been put in traction, it's like where they like tie a rope practically around your ankle and they pull your leg to the right length before surgery. They just pull the bone into the spot again. And I was in traction for 24 hours. It took 30 hours after my injury to get into surgery. And it was the most physically traumatizing 30 hours of my life. And for every hour that I was in that physical trauma, I think it will take at least a month to process and cope and get over that. Like I do not want to feel that pain again.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Like
Rightfully
I will
so.
literally have a baby before I break my leg again.
Pain changes like your mind. It really does.
Yeah.
And you just turned 25, so like your frontal lobe's developing too. You have a lot going on.
And I'm
there.
about to lose that insurance, girl.
Oof.
What
So
the
we
heck?
need insurance.
There's
sponsorships.
so many young up and coming female mountain bikers that are destroying the scene right now, and I'm just stoked to see them ride. Like I'm stoked to see how confident they are, how carefree they are, and it's just powerful. So like I haven't taken off yet. Who's to say I still can't take off, but there's a lot of girls right now that can take off, and I can just keep working on my own pace.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be me as long as it's a girl. But like as long as the girls keep doing it, and as long as they keep like.
Yeah.
What about you, Claire? Have you had a setback emotionally or physically that you've had to overcome?
Well, when I like
Bizzy,
Give her the mic.
Bizzy.
she says I need to speak. She says, "Ooh, I've had a setback." When I like got into park, I was actually like super depressed. I had me and my like long-term boyfriend that I had all my early 20s had broken up.
Asshole.
Yeah, if you're watching this.
No hate. I was sad, and I was using park as kind of a way to like, I just like didn't really care. Like I like really didn't care. I was like trying to put myself in the hospital. I was like, I don't really care what happens to me. Like if I hit some huge jump and I slam and I break my back, like the physical pain will be less than the mental pain, at least. So my like whole park snowboarding journey has like really been fueled by pain, emotional pain. And I did spend a lot of time slamming in the past 2 years that I've been in the park heavy. And I've been really, really, really blessed to not have like huge injuries. But this season, I did get a pretty gnarly concussion. I got concussed once in Mammoth in like December.
Yeah.
And that wasn't as bad. It was still kind of gnarly, but not as bad. And then in January, pretty early on in January, I hit the back of my head so hard my nose started bleeding. That was the worst concussion I've ever had. And I didn't really realize the emotional side of concussions. Like I knew like, oh yeah, like your head will hurt and whatnot. But I just got super down bad for weeks after that. I was just sad, and not having like the outlet of getting to snowboard or go to the gym. The gym like became a really big outlet for me this winter, weirdly enough, and not having any sort of like physical outlet, and like everything I did hurt my head for like probably 2 weeks after that. Like minor things were hurting my head. So emotionally it was tough, like not to do the things I wanted to do and think like, well, my body feels fine, like it's just my head. But then I was just also sad and like pretty unmotivated to do things. And I like couldn't read. I don't love just sitting and watching TV. So it was just, that was rough. And then jumps are kind of my thing. Like I like metal and I'll hit metal, but like I love jumps. I love being in the air.
Yeah.
And I got concussed off of a jump. I like dipped my nose and just kind of went top heavy. And coming back from that, every jump I hit, every time I went and hit jumps, I started just getting top heavy and like dipping my nose. And then I started having this pretty big mental battle with jumps and not feeling good on the jumps anymore. So then I was only hitting cliffs because it's not a jump, and just couldn't hit jumps for honestly until May. When I was at Baldface, they had some pretty beautiful jumps built, and every time I was on the lip of one of those jumps, I was just scared. And even at Hood, riding like the 4-pack, it was the fourth jump in the 4-pack that I got concussed on. Even riding those jumps, even the small like first two, every time I'd be like 1 or 2 feet about to come off the lip, I'd be like, fuck, like I am terrified right now. And I just kept slamming off jumps, so that didn't help. And then by the end of the season, I finally was like starting to get back to myself again and like hit jumps again, but it's definitely still different. Like I've not been able to just like go hit jumps and go off and go crazy since then, and like not kind of think like, oh, you better hit this right or you're gonna hit your head and be absolutely destroyed. And I don't know, it's like, it's a weird thing to like love something so much, like that's your thing, like for jumps being my thing, to like not want to hit jumps anymore and to be like scared every single time you do it and work through that fear every time. It like takes the joy out of it a little bit. So like fighting to get that joy back in it, and like that comfortability in something that like you used to feel invincible in, that like now you like respect the consequences of.
You're like speaking to me, because I'm like thinking when I get back, like, I don't know, people always say like after a knee injury or like any like leg or anything like that, they're like, that's why I stopped hitting jumps. Like, no,
You're never going to be the same.
Yeah, like,
okay, maybe not. I'm just a different version of me.
I'll be stronger.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's something
One
about
day.
jumps too, when you're going up the lip of a big jump and it's just a wall. You're just like snowboarding up this huge wall, and you're like, once you're on the lip, like you're on it, you know, like even if something goes wrong, you're in it. I feel like that adds a lot of the fear of like, oh, like I can't bail.
Yeah, or you always say like, oh yeah, it's not, you know, it's like it's just a different knee. It's just a new knee.
Oh yeah, it's a new knee.
You know, I just have a new knee.
Yeah, it is a new knee. But like that fear of like the, oh shit, like I gotta nail this. It's like a little bit of PTSD in a way, and I'm like, sure you experience it too. Like, I mean, it's just like if you've ever been in like a car crash, like, you know, if you brake a little too fast, you're like, oh shit, like.
Yeah, you're like on the lip of the jump, and you like feel what you could do wrong to like,
or you feel
do
that feeling
thing
that you felt.
Yes, and you're like, is it about
moment?
to all go wrong right now?
Yeah. How do you feel like you have tried to overcome those feelings?
I just had to force myself through. I spent days just going to Conway's and hitting the 4-pack over and over and over and over and over again until I finally, and like, I used to love tail grabs. That is my favorite grab in the world. And since I've been concussed, I haven't done a tail grab on anything because I was getting nose heavy. So I went back to doing like shifties and threes and tricks that I knew I wasn't going to get as nose heavy in, to like cut the fear of getting nose heavy out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just went and repped, and I like started on smaller jumps and then worked my way up to like this summer I hit some big jumps.
Yeah, and let it be known that she is still killing it. You still progressed a lot this summer.
Yeah, this summer
Trying sevens and
I landed one for but a second.
every day you come back, you're like, I'm going to try this tomorrow, and this is my plan.
You're like, all right.
Do it.
Good luck, girlfriend.
No, it's like, all right, go. You don't, I mean, yeah, you need luck, but your mental is there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's at least what I see.
It comes back. I lose it sometimes. And like sometimes, don't get me wrong, I feel like people sometimes look at me and they're like, oh my God, Claire's just like so stoked on snowboarding. And she's just like so willing to huck her meat all the time. But like there are weeks where I'm like, I don't want to snowboard. And why am I destroying my body all the time? And like,
We didn't snowboard
I'm not, yeah.
together.
No, we didn't. That was sad.
That's depressing.
It was super
It
depressing.
was the first winter in 13 years that I didn't snowboard.
Yeah.
The first and only winter I was here.
Yep.
Now you're leaving.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like if we snowboarded, you would have had more fun.
Yeah.
Personally, just because I don't take snowboarding seriously at all, and all I want to do is ride powder.
And that's
hit
why I like
slashes
bikes.
and drown myself in snow.
That's what bikes are
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why we're like a good
Yeah.
balance. We'll snowboard.
Yin and yang.
We'll get there.
You'll come to Perg.
Yeah.
I'll come visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spring pass. No, you have to come in the winter.
No, that's fair. That's true.
Everyone just needs to make it through this next year really, really good.
Universe. Take care of the girls.
Bring us some money. Please. And health insurance. Please.
Money for health insurance. Okay. You guys both work with youth. How does you're in a leadership role, and you were in a leadership role, I'd say. Being a life coach.
A leader of the kids.
Yeah.
Not adults.
Especially with youth influence, how do you show up in the outdoors and in your community with knowing that you're in a role where youngins are watching you?
It's been hard for me to balance. I think my natural inclination when it comes to mountain biking is to be a little more of like a rogue, grungy character. I mean, like naturally, I am a little bit, but I also have always been a leader in like youth settings growing up. And in college, I coached snowboarding as well. And I was a tutor and a babysitter. And it does matter what the youth think of you. And if you can be a respectable representative, you can be alternative. You don't have to be picture perfect or 100%, especially not in the extreme sports world. You don't have to suck it up to everybody and just and be very basic. You can be you, but you have to know how to talk to people. You have to know when to respect the boundaries. You have to know how to be silent when the experienced professionals are talking, and to watch them and to learn from them. And I think that's one thing that I can offer the kids and like youth who see me. It's like, know when to take that step and be bold and show yourself and be loud and bold, and then know when to step back and watch. Like, I still have so much to learn. And so many times I have to step back and watch. And there's also been times in my adulthood where I've, stepped out of place, like been too loud and not listened to people around me. And, it can bite you in the butt. So yeah, it's just about like recognizing that, teaching them and how to just be a, respectable person, and gain people's respect. And a lot of that is like, how do you treat others?
Yeah.
It's so important. Like when the kids are being jerks to each other, it's like, no, you don't realize how important it is for you to be nice to people that are lower on the totem pole than you. Like maybe you think you're hot shit because you're 16 years old and you have this huge bag of tricks and you're starting to get sponsored and you're in the futures tours or going to Rev Tour. Like, no, you're not if you treat the kid who's still learning how to do 180s bad or you're talking crap about them, you know? So I just try to remind them that, like, it doesn't matter how good you are if you can't be nice to other people and if you can't gain people's respect. So that's what I have to teach them. And like, yeah, you can be punk and you can be your own person, but remember to show up when you need to.
I spent a lot of time riding with the snowboard girls this year, and they definitely, for them, it was like I couldn't have fear for myself in a way, because they'd be like, oh, like, we want to try this trick and we're scared. I'm like, oh, no, you got it. And they're like, okay, will you show us, Claire? But I always made sure to, like, tell the girls when I was scared and be like, oh, I'm scared to do that trick. But, yeah, I will go try it with you. And, like, we're all going to try it together and we're all going to do it scared. And, like, just kind of show them, like, you can do things scared and, like, you can do it. Like, we are all going to do this together.
Oh, yeah.
Has been a big one with the snowboard girls specifically, because those are the people who I spent time with on hill. I think just instilling
Claire
confidence.
has earned the title of best big sister at Wy'East for sure. Like every single kid, you know, that is, you did teach them, like, do it scared.
Yeah, like, it's just, I think it's so important to instill confidence in these young girls and also explain to them, like, it is okay if you fail. Like, I've brought my tame dog story up to the girls so many times. Like, it's okay if you try a trick 400 times and you don't get it. Like, keep trying. Like, it's not embarrassing to fail. Like, what's embarrassing is to never try. Like, as long as you're trying, you are sick. And you belong to be here. Like, it doesn't matter if you're good or you're not. Like, you belong here. And, like, you deserve to be here regardless.
Yeah.
But then with just the kids in general, I've definitely feel like I really am, like, very myself. And, like, I do obviously have to filter myself because I'm a bit of a rat. But showing the kids you can always be yourself in, like, any sort of setting, in any sort of job. And, like, it doesn't matter if you're 15, 26, or 45. Like, you can always be a kid and you can always be silly. And then I try to, like, instill kindness in them and a love for the planet. Because a lot of the kids we work with, like, these are the people that are going to have the power to make a difference. And talking to them about, like, things that are important to them, like politics, the environment, like, what do you believe in? Like, where do your beliefs stand? Like, and I feel like a lot of times kids are, all of us, it's easy to be like, oh, like, well, I can't make a difference. It's just me. But, like, talking to them and being like, no, you can make a difference. And, like, we're powerful when we band together, but, like, you can be that person that, like, starts a chain reaction that makes a huge difference someday.
Yeah.
You have to start doing like a notable game or something on your podcast.
Ooh, yeah.
Come up with something like,
and, like, make us do smelling salts or something.
Mm-hmm.
God, no.
Just be absolute, like, feral.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something.
What was one of your most feral moments?
Most feral moments?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to brew. There's, like... like,
I don't even know if I
this is self-defecating.
I don't think I can say it.
I don't think I can share these. God forbid the kids watch.
They will watch.
I used to go streaking around my church.
What? That's
Okay,
wrong.
now you guys gotta go.
That's wrong.
Oh, one bites. That's probably the most
That's
feral
so
thing I can do.
feral.
One bite of hot dog, a piece of pizza. I mean, really any food, I can one bite it.
One bite watermelon.
One bite watermelon, yeah. One bites. That's what you should have the people do. One bite on here. Mm-hmm. You can, like, start with some easy, like, Uncrustable, and then work your way up to a hot dog.
Good idea. I'm thinking if I have anything with me.
So we can do a one bite. Jesus.
Okay, Barb, feral moment.
I don't know.
You
A lot
have
of feral
some.
moments.
You have some good ones.
I used to like fight. I used to just fight for fun.
That's like so on brand.
In college, yeah. In college, I used to. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot. I just don't think I can expose myself.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would not want to fight you.
Like, I would not want to
wanna
fight you.
Well, that's
In
good.
college, I was out in the desert with my friend Sadie and my friend Elle, and it was just us three. And we were camping, and it's super remote. And we were partying, and we walked to the top of this hill, this like free ride chute, and I tackled Sadie down it, and we tackled. I don't know. That's an honest but feral moment for sure. Like we got a whole video of it, and Ace was like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "I don't really know. I don't really know why I did that." So busy. Busy's busy. I mean, I left her home today,
Yeah, she's pretty.
so 8 hours at home.
Yeah,
She's trying to go do something, but
Busy.
damn. Busy.
Damn.
Busy Barnes.
She looked at you like, "Oh my god, I'm in trouble."
What the hell?
Do it again.
Busy Barnes.
All right. What's next,
I
Ari?
used to be scared of fart noises.
She's still scared of fart noises. Watch.
She's like, what the fuck?
She's like, "Oh, hell no." The fuck?
She's like, nah, I'm done.
Hey, nah.
She said that's gonna be
Busy.
enough.
I'm not farting
That's
anymore.
enough of that for me. God forbid you shit your pants in front of Bizzy.
Oh.
Okay. As women in spaces that have historically been male dominated and continue to be male dominated, have you experienced pushback or discrimination, and how have you navigated that while staying true to yourself?
I definitely have gotten the classic. I feel like we all have. You're on the hill, you do something cool, and it's like, oh my god, is that a girl?
Mm-hmm.
So to navigate that, I wear, thanks to my friend Cassie, I wear pink bows on everything. There's pink bows on my boots. There's pink bow on my helmet. I'm wearing some sort of something pink. Like, I'm letting them know. Like, you can never not know that it's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing that. I feel like in the beginning of snowboarding, there were definitely a lot of people in the park where, like, I was one of the only girls in the park, and there were just a ton of guys, and they wouldn't necessarily talk to me or, like, want to ride with me or, like, want to hype me up. But then when I started riding the park 2 years ago, honestly, all the guys at Perg have been really supportive and super cool and big hype men, which I'm really grateful for because I know not everyone gets that.
Yeah.
I'm thankful to have that.
I think I've always been lucky, I'd say. I mean, I'm a part of a community that pushes for and searches for women to be a part of it. I mean, in the hills, we've had, like, ebb and flow of, like, women riding with us, and I've always been given the opportunity to build the women's parts in the hills videos, and Ace has always supported making those parts really sick, and he loves to, like, brag about the fact that In the Hills will always have female parts in their videos. Like, it's a big part of what they care about. And like I was talking about earlier, like, the Green River Classic it's not exclusive. Like, anyone and everyone and their aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, daughter, and niece can come and feel welcome. And I think in the mountain bike industry, there is a lot of focus on women's only events to shine light on that. Like, don't get me wrong, I love those events, but in their own way, they're making it hard. Also,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's maybe an edgy thing to say, or I might get flack for that, but like, if it's a women's only event, then like, are the men invited to? Do the men even feel welcome to come watch?
Yeah.
Do the
Are
men
we
even
being
feel welcome
exclusive
to
again?
talk
Yeah.
about it? You know, like, I want to be a part of events that welcome women equally, and like, Cam Zink has always been one to push me and to welcome me with open arms, and he also like he gives me confidence in like being who I want to be, and being a bad bitch. Like, he's never like, oh, like, you have to tone yourself down. No, you don't. You can be whoever you want to be. And I've always loved his event for that. But like this year, there was only like 3 girls out there this year. And there was women's events going on during that time, and just an overlap of conflict. And I mean, not women's events, but other events, and the overlap. I think that can take away from the big idea at the end of the day. I ride with guys to prove to guys that like, I'm there to stay.
Yeah.
And I ride with girls to prove to them that they can also be there to stay. And like, I mean, there's obviously something special about riding with girls. Like, it's so fun and like relatable. Like, I feel confident because I know that we are of similar headspace. We're of similar strength.
Yeah.
A similar experience. Like, we haven't been riding for as long as the guys in the same platform. When I was a kid, I mean, I'm not going to blame anyone or any certain time or any specific event, but there was several times when I was young that I stopped doing something because I wasn't given the same opportunity. Like, I'm only a year younger than my brother, and he got a motorcycle when he was young, and I had a little ATV that I could ride, a little 4-wheeler, and I was allowed to ride that, but I didn't get to go on this like one desert trip, probably because I was too young, not because I was a girl, but I attributed it. I was like, oh, well, I'm not going because I'm a girl. Like, it's a boys trip. Or I whiskey throttled my brother's 50cc when I was a little kid, and my dad took it away. He was like, hell no, you're not riding that. And I never rode it again. And I kind of just was like, okay, that's fine. I'll go play, dress up, I'll go hula hoop, I'll go do other things. Like, I had other passions that I was down for, so I didn't even think twice about it. And then it's like my brother got a dirt jumper. We went to Frisco, the same place I broke my hand as an adult. I hadn't ridden it since I was a kid with him, with his first dirt jumper. Because I hit a jump. It was like the end of the day. No, it was the beginning of the day. Like, he'd ridden 3 laps, and I was like, can I take a lap on your bike? And he was like, sure. Hit a jump, tacoed his rim. So I folded his rim in half, and the bike wasn't rideable, and he was pissed. And I felt so guilty. I just never rode dirt jumpers again. Like, I felt so guilty. And I don't know if there's partially like protection or like hesitancy. Oh, I don't want my baby girl to get hurt. I mean, I raced BMX, and that's one of the reasons why I am who I am today. And the confidence that I had, and my dad never held back on letting me do that. And I'm super thankful for that. But, you know, I'm always like, oh, well, even when I was told no as a kid, I never questioned it when I should have. You know, I could have questioned it and probably pushed a little harder for myself. But I didn't, because I had other girly passions.
Yeah.
But happy to be in the community that I'm in now. And mountain biking really supports women. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more support.
There's
like,
so much
now
support
than there used to be. I will say, though, when you're... What?
What's your beef?
Do not touch her paws.
Oh, is that what's happening on
Were you
accident?
touching her paws?
Maybe I might have on accident. Sorry, dude. My bad. I will say, like, when you're a girl... I don't know if you've experienced this, but, like, when I was trying rodeo 7s at Perg, there was definitely not, like... I don't want to say, like, beef, but, like, guys were definitely, like, all of a sudden, all the guys were, like, no one was really throwing a trick that big at Perg at that time. And all the guys were, like, suddenly, like, trying to get rodeos. Like, one of my guy friends was, like, trying to, like, kind of beat me to the rodeo 7 and, like, land it before I did. and there was just a lot of like, oh, like, should you be throwing that trick? Which honestly, I probably shouldn't have been. But there was definitely, I could like see the guys were like a little pissed that there was like, not pissed, but just like,
Yeah.
oh, there's this girl like
Yeah.
doing something I can't do, and like now
I mean, the
need to do
the
it.
day before I broke my leg, I posted a video that went viral on Instagram, and a guy commented on it and said, "Oh, she's bound to get hurt with those questionable skills." And I'm just like, I mean, that was like the first Instagram hate I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I really made it. I got Instagram hate, but it got to my head, dude. I like way overthought it. I was like, oh, like maybe I shouldn't be here. And it's like, no, that guy is jealous, dude. Like that guy can't ride. Like he doesn't know.
He's not a natural selection.
Yeah.
He's a nobody. But the guys that are around and that care and matter, they're there for you. Like
yeah, and they'll keep you in
the mainstream, like the general population, I don't think is as progressive or like as advanced as the community is. Like the community is very in tune, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They know, you know. The general public, I'm afraid of the general public because they are not flexible. They're very rigid in their mindset. I don't know.
So with snowboarding, it's just like you show up somewhere. Well, I feel the same way with biking too. You just show up somewhere and you're like one of the only girls.
Yeah.
You're like when you're one of the only girls in the park. You're one of the only girls riding black trails.
There's still room to grow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I like your original take of just like, I don't know, having solely just like women's events or something like that. You can kind of get in this area of like, okay, are we making things exclusive again, or just like missing the whole idea of like bringing everyone together. And yeah, there are like some that it's like, okay,
I think
rightfully so, like spaces and stuff. But what I appreciated about like the Girls Like Willamette event is like it was so cool seeing that like there was guys and like husbands and boyfriends showing up and like dads and stuff. And yeah, it wasn't like all women, but it was like so cool to see like the support that backs the women going. And yeah, like to have a day, it's like a birthday, like, okay, this day is to celebrate you, like, okay, International Women's Day, like whatever, if like is to celebrate women and like the fact that
and the guys should feel welcome to celebrate
exactly
them.
Yeah,
like we are welcoming the dudes celebrating us.
Yeah, it's not creating like a division.
Zink always does it right. He always invites female photographers to come out to his event. Women in leadership positions and roles to help organize the event, and they always call in on me for support. And I think that's really what needs to happen. Like we need to call on women in leadership to organize more events, you know, like to be a part of events that already do exist. Natural selection, for example, like they pulled in a lot of women to put that thing in action and to make it happen. And there was like so many women in leadership positions at that event, and it ran so smooth and it was so collaborative, and it just felt like there was no separation at all between the guys. I mean, yeah, the guys rode a different course. Like, I mean, they rode our course plus another course. Yeah. And they toned it down for us upon like our request. Like they were like, we were like, oh, I don't think we're going to be able to tick off all of the features on both trails, on both courses. And they listened to us and adjusted that for us. And it's awesome that they respect that.
We could finish this question up, and then if you guys have like a piece of advice or something like that to like young girls watching, it can be related to the sport or just life advice. We can get into that, and then I'll go into the outro and we'll be done.
Sounds great.
Cool. We're gonna say something pretty important.
I just feel like the whole goal at the end of the day is to like, and I understand we're far out from it in a lot of ways, but to just be competing directly with the guys. Like there aren't girls events or guys events. Like it's just the girls and the guys competing equally together, and like facilitating events and opportunities that are going to like lead to that is important, I think.
Yeah, I just want to do flat spins with the guys. Like I just want to do the tricks that they're doing because they're sick, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. But also I will counter and say like women ride different.
That's
And
true.
it's a good thing to highlight. Like,
That's true.
it's also, it's just cool. I mean, like, it's cool that we're different, not the same.
And we face different, like, we have that, like, instinct to protect ourselves that the guys don't have. So us overcoming that and, like, doing the amazing things we do, I think is, like, even more impressive, because guys are just like, oh, I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. And we're like, I want to do it, but I know this could hurt me, and all these other, like, calculations we take to account. And then we're like, well, I'm still going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah. It's beautiful to be a woman. It's such a unique experience, honestly. Like, some of the shit we experience emotionally, physically, like, even going down to, like, birth, even if, like, having kids isn't your thing. Like, just the crazy physical things that women go through.
I wouldn't trade girlhood for the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Connection like no other. What's a piece of advice you would give a young girl watching?
Mine is it's follow your heart.
Yeah.
Like, your heart, not what your parents want you to do, not what your friends think you should do, not what anyone else in your life thinks you should do. Like, if you have, like, fire in your heart for something, follow that. And follow that even if it means you have to sacrifice things. Follow that no matter what. Like, stay true to that. Stay true to your heart always, because that's going to lead you to the greatest happiness in your life every time. And, like, of course, money's a factor, and careers, and, like, stability in life and such, but, like, at the end of the day, like, just always follow your heart no matter what, even if it's not, like, a good route. No, for real, follow. That's what I tell the kids. I feel like Mike would.
Mine's along the same lines. I mean, mine is, like, if you're going to do it for yourself. No matter what you do it for yourself. Because, like, when the pressure gets super intense and people are asking a lot of you, maybe sponsors are asking a lot of you, or your job is asking a lot of you, like, remember that it's for you at the end of the day. Like, I'm riding bikes for me. I'm going to continue to ride bikes for me. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
World is your oyster.
Mm-hmm.
And life is way too short to spend it being, like, unhappy and doing things for other people. Like, your parents don't live your life for you. Like, nobody lives your life but you. Like, you wake up with yourself every day, and wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah. Thank you both for coming on. I feel like your stories, and Claire and I, when you stepped out, we're kind of talking about it a little bit of, like, it's so important to hear just, like, what your peers have to say and the experiences that they go through. It's so important and a lot more feasible and relatable, and it can instill hope in a lot of people. So I hope if you're listening, you feel a little bit of that from this conversation. Yeah. If you're listening and you're somewhere in the middle of your own uphill battle, like we've all faced at some point in time in our lives, I hope this conversation reminds you that it's okay to be in the process, that you can be bold and broken and healing all at the same time, that you can ride through loss and still love the journey. Yeah. So follow Hood Girls 3Zs to stay connected, and watch out for the next podcast, and follow Barb and Claire on Instagram to see where they go. Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Ari.
Yeah.
Arf, arf.
Hood Girls is the best.